Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the JSE. That seemed that not much action was taking place there on the day, but of course we are seeing a slight dip into the red by almost 1/3% on the all share, and that being carried by the industrial 25 that's declined more than 0.8%. On the other side of the spectrum, the resources 10 complex has climbed by 1/4%, financial 15 flat on the day. Let's take a look at what is happening stateside, and of course on the tariff landscape. We are still awaiting more news, including the countries that will be given tariff letters after the 14 that were given letters initially. We also do have Donald Trump talking about introducing more tariffs on copper and pharmaceuticals. We also are awaiting to sift through the Fed's minutes, or Fed minutes from its last meeting tonight at around 8 p.m. South African time. And in company news, we've seen Nvidia surging, reaching a $4 trillion market cap, the first company to ever do so. We are seeing those markets trading in green territory, particularly the tech-heavy Nasdaq that's leading, up by almost 0.6%, the S&P 500 popping by more than 1/4%, and the Dow eking out a gain of 0.15%. Let's take a look at the markets across the Atlantic, and those markets have been on a tear today, particularly the defense stocks that have reached record highs and the banking stocks that climbed to a 17-year high. The CAC 40 leading those gains, surging by almost 1.5%, the DAX climbing by almost 1.3%, FTSE 100 popping by more than 0.1%. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene and start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. The rand remaining relatively stable, now just below 17 rand 80 against the US dollar. The local unit against the pound at 24 rand 17 and against the euro at 20 rand 83. Let's take a look at the other currency pairs. Starting off with the euro dollar at 1.17, pound dollar standing at 1.35, and the yen just below 147 against the greenback.